Jumbo, fellow dreamers. In today's video, I am doing a collab with Jillian at home, and I will link her channel in the description bar below. She is a crazy Disney person like I am, and we are doing a collab video with our 3 favorite ways to splurge and our 3 favorite ways to save at the Walt Disney World Resort. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my 3 ways that I like to save money when I'm going there. My first way I like to save is by splitting meals with my husband. Works out really well for us. So what we like to do is we like to go to the grocery store and we pick up breakfast items, lunch items, and snack items. We never eat a lunch or a breakfast generally out in the parks. We just don't. So what we like to do is we like to split then a meal, a table service meal, generally at Epcot, 1 meal per day. And what we do is we'll either get a sampling of appetizers, which the appetizers are around, $10, $12. And so we'll get a couple of those and split those, or we'll split a meal. And 9 times out of 10, the plates of food are just huge. They're just enormous, and it's way too much food for either my husband or I to eat by ourselves. And we don't want to have leftovers because then we have to go back to our hotel room and put them in the fridge. Like, it's just a little bit of a hassle. So we like to only get the amount of food that we're going to be eating in that meal and be done with it. And it does save money in the process. In addition to that, to save money actually on those meals, what we like to do is pick up ahead of time gift cards from our local Kroger or our local Giant Eagle, and that way we're saving money on gas by buying those gift cards through those retailers, and we're kind of setting ourselves a little bit of a budget and spacing out the spend. So we're not spending everything on our credit card all at one time when we're at the parks. We're spreading it out, and that helps the budget out a little bit. The second way I like to save is I like to pre or post purchase souvenirs off of eBay. And I gotta tell you, I don't love purchasing souvenirs at the parks because they're super duper expensive. And then when you buy them, you have to cart them around the park or have them sent back to your hotel room, and you gotta get them home somehow, and it just, too much of a hassle, especially for us who don't really pack checked bags. We always do carry-ons 9 times out of 10. So I don't want to worry about that. So after I get back home and I see something at the park that I want, then I just order it online and then I have it shipped to me, and that's it. I don't know. It just works out better for us by doing it that way. And if we have any money left over on our gift cards, that's a good way to use those up too after we get back. So the third way I like to save money, it's kind of a splurge too, but it's really not. It's a savings on a splurge, is we rent DVC Points. And I have a whole video on this. I'll link it below. We are members of the Diz boards. I have been since 2006. That's a long time. Since the beginning, I am a Diz board purist from the beginning. So we have an account and we go on there and we rent points from DVC owners. And these DVC owners, are just renting out their points that they're not going to use for the year, and you can stay in a boardwalk villa, you can stay at the beach club or at the Grand Floridian villas, you name it, for like pennies on the dollar. As an example, in September of 2013, my husband and I stayed at a studio villa at the boardwalk for a week, so 7 full nights, and we spent $120 a night to stay there. So pretty good price. You're getting a huge room, and it's totally, absolutely worth it. I totally recommend doing that. Check out the video below if you're interested in renting DVC Points. All right, so my 3 favorite splurges at the Walt Disney World Resort. The first one we actually did way back in 2007 or 2008, and we got an Illuminations Cruise. And what that is Illuminations is a fireworks show at Epcot. Epcot's our favorite park, and we rented a boat to watch the fireworks from underneath the bridge that connects, what is it, France to the United Kingdom. And it was delightful. It was expensive, really expensive, but we had like 7, 8 people. Is that right? Yeah. So when you divide it up amongst everybody, it's really not that bad, but oh my gosh, it was just so nice to see the fireworks like literally right above your head. There was no one around you, no one blocking your view, and you're on the water. It's just super duper nice. So if you have an opportunity to do that, that is a pretty awesome splurge. The next splurge that we love is actually a special restaurant. We love the Yachtsman Steakhouse. This is a fairly upscale restaurant at the Yacht Club, which is in the Epcot area resort. Oh my goodness, we had the best meal there, slightly expensive. Both my husband and I, we actually got our own meals, but my goodness, the chef was so attentive to us. The servers were great. The atmosphere was awesome. They took us really last minute and were able to do awesome things with our food and our food allergies. So I highly recommend checking out the Yachtsman Steakhouse. If you are on the dining plan, it is a 2 dining credit. So you can tell it's a little more expensive, but it's totally worth the spend. I love that place. They're just fantastic. And my third splurge is actually the behind the scenes tours. We did a behind the scenes tour at the Land at Epcot last trip, and it was so neat. I loved that. It's that Living with the Land boat ride, and you go behind the scenes to learn how they grow all of the vegetables and everything hydroponically. I got to try a hydroponic cucumber, and it was delicious. And actually that night was when we went to the Yachtsman Steakhouse, and I had a salad made with greens from the Land Pavilion. So cool. So if you have an opportunity to do a behind the scenes tour, I totally recommend it. They are on the pricey side, although the behind the scenes tour actually wasn't that bad. I think that was maybe $25, $26 a person, and it was a full hour, and you learned so much. It was from somebody that was doing the college program was taking us around, and it was just neat to see the boats floating by and just to learn all about the different vegetables and the different animals they have in the Land Pavilion. So that was really cool. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Let me know your favorite 3 splurges and savings at the Walt Disney World Resort. Leave them in the comments below. I would love to read them. Be sure to check out Jillian at Home's channel. I'll link her below. And if you haven't already and you'd like to, hit the other button down below and subscribe so you never miss a Daily Dreamland video. Kiss someone you love today, and I will see you all tomorrow. Ciao!